Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jared Powley's Fragrance Reviews. Tonight we're going to be looking at one of the most fantastic fragrances from the house of Hugo Boss. This is known as Boss Elements, and this came out in 1994, and this is an EDT Eau de Toilette concentration. So this is an awesome fragrance that is now discontinued, and it has a brother which is known as Aqua Elements, which is another very fine fragrance from Hugo Boss. So this fragrance, Hugo Boss Elements and Hugo Boss Aqua Elements, has a very hardcore, even you would say cult-like following. So this has somewhat of a vintage nostalgic vibe. This is a mid-1990s masterpiece, and I classify this as somewhat of a naturally sweet fragrance, but it's not synthetic. And I find the scent profile and the development of this fragrance to be very interesting. It's an alluring fragrance as well. Sexy stuff we got here. So we're gonna take it out of the box, and a lot of times if people have ever seen these in secondhand stores, it has a nice bottle, but in the same sense, it doesn't have an overly sophisticated bottle, so people could turn away from it. I know when I first saw this fragrance, I looked at it a few times, but I wasn't allowed to sample it because it was in a secondhand store. But then I decided to pull the trigger on it, and I was very pleased with this scent. So I'm gonna spray it on the back of my wrist. It's got a decent sprayer. So initially, you get kind of an ozonic, citrus, barbershop fragrance, and it's a touch herbal. So this only lasts maybe a minute or two. Then when the first dry down happens, it starts to soften, and I find I get a floral citrus that's slightly spicy and sweet, and it starts to become woody in almost an ambery type of manner. On the late dry down, so I say there's two late dry downs. On the first late dry down, it has kind of a sweeter leather of like almost like a Tom Ford vibe. And it's fresh, it's woody. You get kind of a creamy lemon and a creamy sweet floral, which is very unique. Some people I have heard that it even has a natural, like just a touch, and I don't want to say the wrong thing, but a touch of a bubble gum scent. Maybe just a little bit, but I'm not saying it's like a modern style of bubblegum, more of a natural type of sweetness. But later on, it changes and it becomes deeper, kind of an oily, sweet type of manner. It's a bit animalic, and it's almost like there's this lurking amber, woody, leathery darkness emerging from this almost sweeter like smell. So it becomes not resinous, but it does take on like a darker ambery type of almost a little bit earthy type of fragrance. So it's very unique. It has a lot of notes in this scent, but I would say it's linear, but it's complex in the sense that it doesn't branch off too much in terms of its development. It stays linear, but it keeps on building. So as advertised, the top ingredients are lavender, aldehydes, lemon, bergamot, artemisia, and basil. The mid notes are violet, clary sage, jasmine, caraway, rose, coriander, and lily of the valley. And the base notes are leather, sandalwood, cedar, musk, amber, and oak moss. So there's about 15, 16 notes in this scent, but it's very well blended. It's very smooth, and like I said, it has the benefit of having this double late dry down. You think that it's going to stay at this kind of sweeter leather, but then it goes down and gets notched up another level where it becomes a little more animalic, darker, in an ambery type of manner. Performance on this is good, about 5 to 6 hours. It's not beast mode, and this is the type of fragrance that you would expect it to be beast mode because of the note breakdown. It's got decent scent trails, a very good scent bubble. This is, I think, for younger gentlemen. But I have to just paraphrase that in the sense that younger gentlemen can wear it all the time. So teenagers, mid-late 20s. Gentlemen in their 30s, 40s, you may restrict it just for, romantic settings, date nights, things of that nature. This is not a loud fragrance, but it has some depth and power. And I would say it's very, very sexy. I think the women would like it a great deal. So that's all I have to say about this fragrance. If you can find a bottle, I know this is discontinued and getting hard to find. So you may have to search around for it, and some of the prices can become ridiculous. So search a little bit and you should be able to get something decent depending on where you are in the world. In Canada, everything where I live is very expensive and hard to find versus Europe and the United States, where this is much more readily available. But with shipping costs and things of that nature, you don't know what you're going to pay in exchange of the money. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Any comments or questions you have about this delicious fragrance from Hugo Boss, leave them down below. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.